Genocide against Christians in Nigeria has escalated with yet another gruesome killing spree, this time in the Christian majority southern Kaduna area. Truth Nigeria's Mike Ode James joins us now. Mike, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Raj, for having me. These killings happened.
Nigeria has been in the news lately. A lot of commentators around the world, especially in the United States Congress, have described what is happening in Nigeria as genocide. Let me know what your views are as we dive into this topic today. This is a very sensitive and emotive topic. A lot of our fellow brothers and sisters sadly have passed away.
Another horrifying report is coming out of Nigeria as over 60 Christians have been murdered by Muslim Fulani terrorists in what is being called a genocide. Where is the global outrage? Well, Dumasani...
That, again, as you heard there, a lot of Nigerians, reports have it that more than 7,000 Nigerians have lost their lives to the ongoing crisis in Nigeria. Nigeria has been described as one of the worst places to be a Christian in the world. Let me know what your views are. Do you believe that the Nigerian government is paying a blind eye?
50 Christians have been gruesomely murdered in the ongoing genocide in Nigeria. Frank Uto, a Nigerian lawyer and native of Yelawata, joins us now. Frank, these 50 that have been killed recently, you were talking with me before we got started about the manner in which they were killed. It wasn't, a bomb or something. This was a...
Do you believe that what is happening in Nigeria amounts to genocide? Ted Cruz, who is a member of the U.S. Senate, he is a high-ranking member of the United States Congress. There is a bill before the United States Congress right now. Ted Cruz wants Nigeria to be listed as a country of concern. Let me know what your views are. Do you believe that the Nigerian government is not doing enough to protect Christians? Let us hear from this brother.
They died in this house, 11, and some died in the other stores. Here and up, my house is up there. That place also is burned. And the store where I pack my goods, I store my goods everywhere has burned. They burned my clothes, they burned everything, they burned our food, all my family members, what we kept with is our clothes.
Despite the act of terrorism that is taking place in Nigeria, as you can see, these brothers and sisters, they are praying to God in a church that has been raised to ground. That shows the perseverance of our people. Let us watch again. These are people who have lost everything, but they still have not given hope. They still have hope. What is your view about what is happening in Nigeria? 7,000 Nigerians have died just this year alone to what is happening, what some experts have described as a calculated killing. Some say it is ethnic cleansing, that they are cleansing, that is genocide against Christians in Nigeria. Do you believe, do you agree with that narrative? Let me know what your views are, because a lot of commentators in the United States of America, Nigeria is in the news. Let us hear again.
I mean, the fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. Not, and again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
That, as you just heard from that U.S. commentator there, what is happening? More than 100,000 Nigerians have been killed. The question I'm asking is, do you believe that what is happening in Nigeria is genocide? Do you think that the Nigerian government is not doing enough to protect its citizens? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. This is a very sensitive and emotive topic. Let us hear from this guy who is a member of the United States Congress.
Calling on President Trump to reissue, which he did in his first term, the designation of country of particular concern. And that then gives the president wide latitude to impose sanctions. It's an excellent bill when it's used properly. It gets the attention of all the policymakers, in this case in Abuja. It says, we're not kidding.
During a White House press briefing, I asked Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about the crisis in Nigeria. And do you know if there's any action that the president will take?
I'm not tracking a call between the president and the head of Nigeria. I know the president wholeheartedly condemns the persecution of Christians or, frankly, of people of any faith all over the world, but I don't have any updates for you in terms of sanctions in this part of the world.
So as you heard from the Trump spokesman, she was asked the same question about what is happening in Nigeria, and you heard her response. The question that a lot of commentators are asking is that, is the Nigerian government doing enough? Is the Nigerian government paying blind eyes while Nigerians, citizens, are being killed day and night? According to the report by the Christian rights advocate, every day in Nigeria, more than 30 Christians are being killed. However, there are some who say that Muslims are the ones that bear the brunt more. That Boko Haram, they do not care whether you are a Muslim. As long as you do not support their brand of Islamic fundamentalists, that you will not be spared. Do you agree with that narrative? Let us hear from this journalist again.
There was no media organizations. And you know what was happening to those people? To Lawrence and Masara Kim and all of them? The journalists sitting in the big capital cities, the big cities and in the capital, who were taking the line from the government and didn't have the courage or the integrity or the professionalism or the character or the motivation to go to those frontline villages. They just bought the line from the government that it wasn't really happening, and they bought the line from the US State Department that this is nomadic tribesmen being forced to move from climate change. The Fulani are not really terrorists. Oh, the fact that they're Muslims got nothing to do with it. Because they're nomadic tribesmen, they're looking for other land. They're looking to go somewhere, you know, and that's forcing them to clash with the Christian villages. Nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. That is just an example to you of how climate has been used as a scam. I mean, it's not just fake, it's much worse than that. All of these systems that are being implemented that are so profoundly dishonest, they're systems of control. How do we control the people, control the information and the narrative, and then have that as cover to do whatever it is that we want to do, which, by the way, is to go into Christian villages and not only annihilate people. I mean, in one of the recent attacks that Truth Nigeria has reported on, putting women and children inside cages in the market and burning them alive. I mean, I was sitting down to a dinner in my hometown in Texas one Friday night years ago. My husband was with me. It was when we were trying to get the sound of freedom was being blocked because people didn't want child trafficking to be a conversation.
Some have said that we should ignore a lot of these so-called commentators. These are the same people who are deporting Christians from the United States of America. These are the same folks who would deny health care to poor black and brown, mostly poor black and brown people in the US. They do not care about Christianity. They only care about Christianity when they think that they want to use it to promote their own agenda. Do you agree with that? But the reality as we speak today is that Nigeria, our country, has become one of the most deadly places in the world to be a Christian. That is what we are hearing. Report has it that Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria. In this year alone, as you can see here, in this year alone, more than 7,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria. Just this year alone. Nigeria, next to Syria, now ranked as one of the worst places to be a Christian in the world. A lot of Nigerians, every day, somebody is being killed because of their religious faith in Nigeria. So what Senator Ted Cruz, who is a high-ranking member of the US Senate, is proposing is that Nigeria should be designated as a country of concern. This will therefore give the US government more oversight to monitor what is happening in Nigeria. Do you think this is fair? Do you think that what Senator Ted Cruz is proposing is the best way to approach the problem? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. The reality as we speak today is that Nigeria is being designated, there are debates in America that Nigeria should be designated as a country of concern because the Nigerian government has failed in its primary responsibility of protecting its citizens. Now, the primary responsibility of any government in the world is to protect its citizens. That the Nigerian government has not lived up to that expectation. That the Nigerian government has failed to protect its people, and therefore that the US government designating Nigeria as a country of concern, that will make the Nigerian government to wake up. Do you think this is fair? Do you think this is the best way to approach this issue? The reality today is that more than 7,000 Nigerians have died. That is the reality. More than 7,000 Nigerians have died. This is what we are talking about today. Do you believe that what is happening in Nigeria amounts to genocide, as a lot of the Western commentators have been saying? Do you think that Christians are deliberately being targeted in Nigeria? And do you think that the Nigerian government, under the leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is failing to protect Nigerian Christians? And some people have said that this is not a Christian problem, that the Islamics, they kill more Muslims than Christians, that they do not care whether you're a Christian or Muslim, as long as you do not subscribe to their extreme doctrine, that you will not be spared. This is the bill that Ted Cruz introduced before the US Congress. It's called the Nigeria Religious Freedom Accountability Act. Some people have said that the Nigerian leaders, they don't travel to America. They hide their money in Dubai and other places, that whatever Ted Cruz is saying he wants to do is not going to work. The question I'm asking is that, do you think that what is happening in Nigeria currently amounts to genocide, that the Nigerian government is deliberately allowing Christians to be killed in Nigeria? Let me know what your views are. What is the definition of genocide, as you can say? Some people have said that what is happening in Nigeria does not amount to genocide because the Nigerian government is not complicit. Mind you, the definition of genocide is an act committed with the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, national, ethnic, racial, and religious group. This act includes killing, causing serious mental or physical harm, deliberately inflicting conditions calculated to destroy the group, imposing measures to prevent death, and forcibly transferring children of the group to another. If you look at this definition, you can argue that what is happening in Nigeria does not amount to genocide, but it is of concern that more than 7,000 Nigerians, Christians have been killed, that every day, every week in Nigeria, churches are being burned, and the same appear to be happening all over Nigeria. Some people have said that as long as Nigeria has porous borders, as long as you have 18 million children of school ages roaming the street, that what we are seeing today is only a tip of the iceberg, that what lies ahead is worse than what we are seeing today, because the Nigerian ruling class, they are more concerned about winning the next election and still looting the country's wealth rather than address the issue confronting Nigeria. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like. The sad reality is that more than 7,000 Christians have been killed. Nigeria currently ranked as one of the worst places in the world to be a Christian. Share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Our heart goes out to all those who have been victims of this senseless and mindless killing happening in Nigeria.